Okay, so I tried to make a little template. Unfortunately, it didn't go as planned, and the one I made, it was really good, and I ended up messing up. So I'm kind of like whatever with it. Anyways, they do make like plastic filler, or you know, like that plastic stuff that you can like, how do you say it? Pretty much like melt plastic together, or like mold plastic. So if I mess up, I'm gonna do that. Like I said, I do have, I think I said it before, I have an extra one of these that's in a little bit better condition than this, so I don't feel as bad as cutting this one as much. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place this on here. I'm gonna put nail polish. So of course I gotta cut as close as this as I can, and then wherever this sits, I'm gonna put a little mark right there, and then cut that, and then you know, start going from there. And then if it starts to get like messed up, then I'll probably switch to like instead of cutoff wheel, I'll probably use like a little sand wheel. I'm saying that totally wrong, but you guys know what I mean. So I'm gonna try doing that real quick. So let's put that right there. This is gonna sit up a little bit higher, so probably right about there I would say it's gonna sit. So I'm gonna mark it off right there. If I can just get this off. You know what, let's do this. Perfect. Just like anything, guys, make sure you protect your eyes, especially like when you're using a cutoff wheel or something that's cutting. Always wear protection for your eyes. You know, your eyes are the most important thing when you're working and stuff. So anyways, here it goes. Alright guys, so now I'm gonna do some of the wiring and then go from there. So things you're gonna need is wire. I got this off eBay. This is just colored wire for the stereo. I might have went a little bit too big on the wire. So you need that, you need wire, you need wire cutters or strippers. Of course you need your soldering or your solder. You need a heavy duty inline fuse holder. Of course you need a soldering gun, and yeah. And then also too, one last thing is you need some heat shrink, so it makes it a little stronger hold when you solder the wires together. Sorry for the little noises. I got my little buddy over here helping me out, my little helper. So alright, so I'm gonna run my constant wire from the battery to the inside the cab. So let's just wire this. In these trucks, there's little rubber grommets. You can run it through there. Unfortunately for mine, these are rifted pretty bad, but I had to put silicone on it because I was leaking in the cab. So let me just squeeze this in there. Alright, please excuse some of the mess. I know it's nasty in here, but I'm still working on it. Okay, so got my constant wire. I just want to make sure I get this all over here, make it look nice, try to hide it, and then start going from there, and then start taking cutting some of it. So let's see. Put it on there. Comes out from the grommet, and then running it on these to go right there. This is actually like the I don't know if you say auxiliary or whatever, but this is when you turn your ignition on and then shut it off. This is what turns it on and off, this blue wire right here. I actually discovered that because I was playing around with the voltmeter or multimeter, and I was just testing all these other wires that are hanging out because just a couple things aren't working correctly. I don't know if there's a fan here, but this is gonna be taken off too. I'm taking this off. I'll make another video on this. This is to replace the heater core, even though I don't need it because it's summertime. But just in case, if I still have this truck next year, which I'm probably gonna keep it. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna replace this, or I'm sorry, replace the heater core and then redo the foam on the doors and all that. I already bought all that, so I'm gonna be doing that. All right. So what I'm doing is I'm just making a little bit of wire because there is a little bit of a speaker wire that's, I think it's factory, I don't know, it's just really old wire. I'll probably replace that later on. So the white wires, this is the driver positive, driver negative, which is the left speakers. This is your right speakers, which is the passenger side. Same thing, the positive is the all gray wire. One with the black is the negative. And then the green is for, the green and purple wires are for the rear speakers, which this truck doesn't have rear speakers, and I haven't made a panel to put in the back. So I'm gonna do that later on. Of course, this is your constant. This is your ground. This is your, what is this? This is for an amp, I believe. Let's see, remote control. Yeah, I believe this is for like an amp. And then this is like your accessory. So when you turn the key on and off, this will make the radio come on. So all I'm doing is I took a little bit of measurement. All I gotta do is cut a little bit of this wire, and then I'm just gonna, solder it onto this, and then go from there. So with this, I actually don't have gray wire with me, so I'm actually gonna probably use the black wire. So I can, and I'll just put white on it just a little bit so I know which one's which. Because this is going to be close enough in there to mount to something onto the body. That's the ground. But yeah, so I'm going to do that. Alright, so I actually didn't get that on camera. I kind of messed up a teeny bit. It's a little windy over here, so I can't really, it was hard to get this to hold the flame under it, so I kind of got a little bit burned. But I just noticed this isn't the right size for it, so that's my bad. And when I ordered this wire online, I thought it was just gauge wire, but apparently it wasn't. I think they sent me the wrong one, but anyways, I'm still gonna make it work. But yeah, just to let you guys know, just make sure you order the correct wire, otherwise you'll be in the same situation I'm in. Make sure you get the right heat wrap. You can kind of see there's a little bit of a gap, but I can always fix it later. So if something happens, I'm going to do it all over again. It doesn't bother me. So, but just for your guys who have more stuff in the way, just make sure you get it right the first time. So yeah, I'm going to continue. wires up. Now I just gotta connect all these other ones in the actual cab, and we should be good. Again, excuse the mess. Taking this thing apart, I don't really have much room to put this anywhere. So anyways, my red wire, that's the auxiliary wire. And then, actually, you know what? I'll be right back. I gotta see exactly where this plugs into on the actual head unit. Give me a quick moment. Okay, so now I'm back. Now we get to wire this all in so it actually connects this way. So first, what I'll do is probably the auxiliary. It's gonna come out right here. So let's get the wire strippers. Strip off some wire. Now the sucky thing about this is being in the truck. I don't have a portable soldering iron. So if you guys are picking up supplies, make sure you get one that's portable, because it's kind of a pain in the butt to run back and forth. So let's actually start getting this going. Be very careful when you're in a truck or in a car. This thing is really hot. It'll burn through anything that you touch with it. So just be very careful. So now that's done, let's open up the constant wire, and then we'll do the speaker wires, and then we should do, this will probably go, I don't like how he did this. This was his ground. It's crappy. Probably gonna actually mount it to the actual body somewhere where it's actual metal, because this is just a screw, and that's just weird. Anyways, let's do this. So now we got the auxiliary constant, and then now we gotta do the speakers, and I think we should be good after that. I think the speakers should be the last thing we gotta do, and then we just gotta button everything up, plug it in on the battery, or wire it into the battery. I think we should be good from there. So, oh, the last thing I gotta do is the ground, which I haven't figured out where I'm gonna put it at, but I'll figure something out. Alright, so now I got the little connector to go to the battery. All you need is one of these. Oops. I'm going to strip it down a little bit and then put it on the battery. And then that'll be our constant and we'll be good. And then I'll go to the inside the cab and put the connect to ground. And you can use one of these to go there. You can get Harbor Freight, a couple bucks. So yeah, I'll just get started and do that. So I made a little extra slack for me because, or with the wire, because I wanted to run it and you know, make it look nice. So for now, I'm just gonna leave a little more slack just in case I need to, you know, I need it. So I'm just gonna cut probably like right here, and then I'll just go from there. But I do want to use monster wire later on, that way it could protect the wires. Alright, so now that's crimped. Get that a good view real quick. Yeah, so now that's on there, and now I'm just gonna go worry about the ground, and then after that I'll put the head unit on and then see how everything works, and then connect the speakers. Alright, so the ground's not working out the way I want it, so I was gonna run a black wire or the ground wire all the way to the battery, but I'm just gonna make it long enough so I can run it to right here, and then just put like a little thing on this top right here, because it's ground and ground, so I should be fine there. But or I don't know, maybe I might run it to the battery, I don't know. Alright, so I just threw it in there, connected the back of it. Moment of truth, I'm gonna connect the battery and then put the turn the ignition key on. There it is. Oh, everything is a go. So everything works pretty good. So yeah, now I'm probably just gonna screw these in for now. Actually, you know what? Let me turn this off because I don't want it. Probably gonna just screw those speakers into the door. I'll make brackets later on, and I'll just make it look good with the door panel later on. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I can't tell if I want to keep these or not. So only time will tell. I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. I have the heater core out because I need to fix that, and then should be good to go from there. But yeah, so that's how you hardwire in a stereo system in a vehicle that doesn't have the factory harness, or if you gotta cut yours. I don't recommend cutting the factory harness. Always try to save it, because they do make little plug-in kits where you don't have to do this, and as you can see, for me it's kind of a pain in the butt to do it. So yeah, so that's how you do it. Thanks guys for watching. Leave a comment, subscribe.